Irland lud wieder zum jährlichen Amiga-Treffen ein. Organisiert wird das Treffen von der Commodore Users Group Ireland, kurz CUGI. Bevor wir darüber sprechen, was es alles auf dem Event zu sehen gab, erklärt uns einer der Veranstalter mehr über die Hintergründe der Amiga Ireland.
My name is Irla, and we're in Athlone at Amiga Ireland, which is hosted by the Commodore User Group of Ireland. The Commodore User Group of Ireland started in 1983 and still have some of the original members with us today. And it was a nationwide group that circulated a newsletter and met fairly regularly in Dublin. Amiga Ireland started in 2016 with some of the members still involved, so we thought, why break the lineage or have a separate name? So we are reunited again as CUGI. Yeah.
Doch all die Tradition hinter dem Veranstalter und dem Treffen hält niemanden davon ab, neue oder bewährte Entwicklungen rund um den Amiga zu zeigen.
My name is George Sokianos. I'm coming from Greece, Athens, and I'm participating here with my Amiga next generation A1222 that is going to be released soon, and I wanted to give the visitors a chance to test it. I have it in my possession because I am a beta tester for Aeon and Hyperion. It is a good chance for someone to test it before they go and buy it, or if they have questions, we can discuss about them and see how the computer behaves, if it covers their needs and all this stuff.
My name's Ben. I am a new member of the Commodore user group, let's put it like that, but I'm a member of a hackerspace and I have a background in technology and all sorts of interesting things, so of course a community like this is of interest to me. So on my table I'm trying to build a demonstration of a packet radio network, reliving technology as it was in the late 80s, early 90s, without using an ISP. So we don't have POTS phone systems anymore. Using old dial-up is not necessarily possible, even if it is out of fashion, and we think that using old technology such as retro computing with older technology like packet radio means we can do something really cool and independent without needing anyone else in the way helping us out. Chats, BBS, file sharing, we can do it all ourselves. First things first you'll need to do is you'll need to become a licensed radio amateur. So it depends on the jurisdiction, but it will consist of a bit of study. You go to your local representative, do an exam, get your call sign. Once you have that, the world's opened up to you. To get started with packet radio, you'll need something like an old taxi radio on 2 meters or 70 centimeters. Relatively easy to find in the likes of eBay or other small groups. And a terminal node controller is usually a piece of hardware. You can do it in software on Linux with things like Direwolf. But that's basically what you need. A Raspberry Pi is kind of all you need computing-wise. You don't need a lot of power. But specialist boards, they're pretty cheap. I'm using one called a Nino TNC. It comes in kit form. And for 200 or so euro, you can have a really cool independent station running with what you need. So if you're interested in packet radio, there is a group online, we are on Discord as well, called the Online Amateur Radio Community. We're not a club, we're a community across many jurisdictions. We've got members in Sweden, Switzerland, Germany, UK and Ireland. We are trying to build this network for the radio side of things. From the computing side of things, there's the Commodore User Group of Ireland's website on both Gemini space and the main internet. And then the TOG hackerspace in Dublin is our main hackerspace. TOG.ie, we are open most days of the week, and we have meetups for people to do electronics, hardware, software, you name it.
Well, hello, my name is Ricky Sickinger. We're working on a game called Roadcrafts, and our company is called Badger Punch Games. And I am the programmer on this project, and
yeah, I'm Henning Ludvigsen. I'm the artist in Badger Punch games.
Yeah, we're working on a game called Roadcrafts, which is an Amiga game, and we're hoping to release it early 2024, maybe in a couple of months' time. It's a roguelike, turn-based roguelike, which means roguelikes have this thing where you procedurally generate levels. It's a random generation, so every playthrough is different. And being a roguelite, you only have one life, so you try to get as far as you can in the game, and then at some point you either die or you win the game, which is a pretty interesting experience. And also some of the abilities, and you can pick up potions and stuff, and these are randomized for every game, so you never know what you're starting with or what you get when you start the game, which makes it an interesting experience.
It's a fantasy game. You walk through a dungeon, basically. So it's an isometric game. We've never tried isometric before, so we wanted to expand on some previous games we made and like take it one step further. So yeah, I would say like an adventure, role-playing, roguelike game. It's not really that much action because it's round-based, turn-based.
So we just announced our publisher, which is Thalamus, which is the old publisher from back in the days, which is still active and still has an ongoing history, which we're very proud of to be part of. So Thalamus will be releasing it on their store.
So my name is Stephen Leary. I go by Terrible Fire on forums and discords and things, but yeah, that's I make old computers go slightly faster, make hardware for the Amiga, some software as well. So other people produce commercial cards or better cards. There are definitely better cards than my stuff out there, but mine is designed to be built by somebody at home in the simplest possible way, and it's meant to be as cheap and easy to produce at home so that it can be mass produced and so that everybody can have it. It's like democratization of Amiga hardware, and that's really what I wanted to do. I didn't want to make a lot of money out of it because I made no money. I didn't want to maybe be the best, absolute fantastic card with all the features. So this is the latest one I've actually let go and released. It's called the TF1232. I had a previous version of this without the FPU, but this one I've finally given in and put the FPU on the 1232. So it's a pretty cheap board, and it can actually run at both 50 and 25 megahertz. So that means you can use some of the older, cheaper chips on it. You can probably produce a card like this for under 130 euros, and that was becoming the sort of territory where 8 megabyte RAM cards were at a few years ago. So I'm really proud that we've got some really low-end cheap options for people. And this is one that people may not know about. It's it's an 060 card for the CD32. It's a card that can make your CD32 perform like an Amiga 1200, a high-end Amiga 1200.
Neben den Dingen, die man auf den Ausstellertischen entdecken konnte, wissen die Besucher aber noch anderes zu schätzen auf dem Amiga-Event in Irland.
I think that the Amiga Ireland is one of the best events for Amigans, because it is based on the community, and everyone has their own passion for that, and present all the things that they like to develop on Amigans and how they use it. It's not that big like the event of Germany, but it is less commercial, and that's what I loved for Amiga Ireland, the event.
I think I've been to events like Amiga. I was at Amiga 37, and I go to Revision usually. Those are very different events with bigger names, a lot more activities. Here it's more low-key socializing. This is kind of like a scaled-up version of the Scottish Amiga user group. We have those in halls in Scotland. I think we could maybe have like last year we had Ron Nicholson here, and it was really amazing to meet Ron Nicholson and talk to him. Some people like that coming and just having maybe a keynote speaker. That's all I would change here. Nothing else.
If you have an interest in retro computing, I mean, why wouldn't you come here? I mean, this is everyone's history now. I mean, you've no excuse not to.
So far, I'm really loving it. Like yesterday was kind of calm and stuff, so you were a bit not worried, but it was kind of a nice chill atmosphere. And now today, you see everything is like ready, and people are coming in and playing the games and stuff. So
yesterday we spent most of the day just setting up and chilling out. Today is a little bit more action for people coming and playing our games and stuff. And Yeah, I think it's very good. They were talking about next year they will do a buffet or something on Friday or Saturday, so that'll be easier access to food, so we can stay here at the venue and eat and stuff. That would be very nice.
Die ruhige und sehr persönliche Atmosphäre auf dem Amiga-Treffen in Irland ist genauso gewollt.
You know, in Germany they had an awful lot of what you call celebrities. I know from personal experience and from doing surveys most years that meeting VIPs here isn't the highest. Maybe it's the second or third highest, but the primary thing that people are here is to meet like-minded people, actually. While we would be interested in maybe doing something like that, we can't do it if it would take away from the kind of interpersonal experience.
Doch was wäre ein Amiga-Bericht von BBS Index ohne das traditionelle Amiga-Wortspiel?
AMIGA, awesome machine in games, always.
Always magical, inspirational graphics and awesomeness.
Wo wir gerade schon im Ausland auf einem Amiga-Event unterwegs sind, in Griechenland gibt es auch eines.
Amicab is the annual event that we organize in Greece, in Athens. Mainly in Athens because most of the visitors are from there. The biggest amount of our communities live in Athens, so we do the events there. Amicab is the biggest Amiga event in Greece. And it's dedicated to Amiga. We don't have any other retro computers. We gather all together with our computers there, and we discuss about the Amiga, the community, and how we can do things with these computers, and how we can cooperate to create different stuff depending on what anyone wants to create.
Zu all den Amigas mischten sich nicht nur Besucher und Aussteller, sondern auch die weltbekannte Cosplayerin Raven Lordes. Diesmal als Bobbin Threadbare aus dem LucasArts Adventure Loom. Am Tag davor nahm sie die Rolle von Jumping Jackson an. Die freundliche und ruhige Atmosphäre zeichnet das Amiga-Treffen in Irland gewollt aus. Doch benutzen Amiga-Fans auch andere Computersysteme?
We used the ZX Spectrum recently to prop up a projector, actually. We needed an extra few centimeters.
Ach so, naja, das ist auch ein Use Case, also ein Use of Case. Okay, ich mach Schluss, bevor die Witze noch schlechter werden. Wer mehr zum Amiga Irland Treffen wissen möchte, kann sich unter kuji.ai informieren.